senior brother and colleague, Honorable Medad, and the director, and my colleague as well, Honorable Michael, and your team from Parliament, and also our friends from Ministry of Health, the facilitators, led by my sister, Stella from 𝗙𝗓, and everyone. Good afternoon. Kopango. Yes, so Kopango is how are you for our brothers in South Africa. When I have opportunity, I'll continue to use different languages from Uganda and also across Africa. This afternoon, I'm deeply honored and humbled to have the opportunity of witnessing the closure. It's already closed, right? Yeah, the closure of this very, very key training that has been happening. And when Michael told me about it and learned about the coming of the team, I was looking forward to this. And I want to thank God that the leadership at Parliament and the Ministry of Health found it important to support an activity like this one. So in the interest of time, I've been introduced. I'm Paul Amoru. I represent Uganda in 5 countries, but resident in South Africa as the ambassador. And usually, whenever I meet Ugandans, I tell them that they are also ambassadors of Uganda. I'm just one, but all of us, whatever we do, the contribution we make to this country as host country and to the continent at large works together to put Uganda on the map. Yeah, so I think I'm very pleased that the facilitators of this training, which I know come both from Uganda and other parts of Africa, including South Africa, it's a clear testament that as a country, we are definitely making a contribution in many ways. Honorable members and colleagues, it has been observed here that when you are in leadership or in the service of the public, what is key is the constant pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Sometimes even making effort to unlearn and then relearn, so that we are able to offer service to our countries, to this continent, with efficiency, with dedication, and with merit. And so the opportunity, especially to retool, the opportunity to share knowledge is one key aspect of leadership that we should embrace and support. And I'm happy with the concept of training which 𝗙𝗓 is emphasizing. I served in Parliament, and the phrase which is very common is benchmarking. We benchmark, we benchmark, we benchmark. In diplomacy, we are changing it to knowledge sharing, because no one monopolizes standards or knowledge. We have best practice, and some of them must be put in context because it will differ. The same knowledge might be applied differently depending on the context. So the opportunity to engage, to retool, to refresh, and to share knowledge and best practice, which I see Parliament is promoting, is very much welcome. And I think we would wish that both as a region and as a continent, we establish best practice when it comes to parliamentary democracy. I think most of Africa is using the Commonwealth parliamentary system, but the functioning of the committees, I have attended the sessions here in South Africa. I've attended sessions at the Pan-African Parliament. The concept is the same. But these committees, because leaders, especially political leaders, they are drawn from different professions. But the important space they occupy in the governance structure of our countries or of our continent requires that additional effort is made to prepare them for the important task, national task or continental task that cuts across different sectors, professions, and areas. And most especially for members of parliament, they find themselves playing the what's the parliamentary word? It's not supervision. What is the other stroke? Oversight. And I don't intend to spend much time, but for you to play oversight, my thinking is that you either at par in terms of knowledge base with whoever you're playing oversight on, or slightly above. Yeah, and I think we can only translate that expectation to a tangible reality when engagements and trainings of this nature continues to happen. And I'm happy to hear from the facilitators that the trainees in grade 2 and grade 7 were able to dedicate themselves wholly to this process. You know, it is not a story where people come and then it's a holiday. They are not serious about actually the important work they have come for. So this is very commendable. I want to thank you on behalf of the Embassy, the High Commission of Uganda, and indeed on behalf of the government of Uganda. And I can only commit and pledge that I look forward to working closely with 𝗙𝗑 in coordinating your interventions and network within our institutions, but also, you rightly observed, building capacity of the team we have at the High Commission. We usually have these trainings, and I think with especially the kind of recommendations I'm hearing from members that I take very, very seriously. Yes, I think you must be very lucky to get this kind of glowing tribute and recommendation from Honorable Medad and the team that are here, because that is believable and you can take it to the bank. So, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that you have had a great time here in South Africa. You have had time to learn, but you have also had time to relax and to play. I'm happy that you had the opportunity to go to other parts of this place, including Soweto. We want to encourage people-to-people interaction, because we believe in diplomacy that when the contact remains at government to government level, it remains very fragile, because governments exist for the people. So once the people are able to connect and appreciate the relationship that exists at a bilateral level or at a regional level, then you can guarantee that such a relationship is going to stand the test of time. So when we come for these trainings, please spare a day or two for some excursion, for some interface. Sometimes learning is also by observing, by experiencing. So you have to apply every aspect so that we can have an all-round picture. So I must mention that I've attended the closing training program for different facilitators. Yeah, but I think I'm doing this one for the first time, and honestly, I'm impressed with the little I have seen, the level of organization that I have seen, and it's just reinforcing what I already knew about 𝗙𝗓𝗏, and I can only wish you very well for the great work you're doing, and also thank other facilitators. I've seen Aruna. The gentleman there is a very dedicated Ugandan who is here, and I've done a few things already with him, but looking forward to do more. And we believe that this is not going to be a one-off, that time and again we will continue to see more of these opportunities. So with these few remarks, I want to wish the team that came from Uganda especially a beautiful stay. You came when winter is just starting. I'm told Kampala is very warm this morning, even yesterday, so you can extend your stay a little. Yes, and wherever you are, we are promoting and supporting the interests of South Africa and of Uganda, and we think that as Africans, it's about time we look inward and build our capacity. Number one, to be able to gain respect with the rest of the world, but above all, be able to promote what now we are calling commercial and economic diplomacy, because the statistics is showing that Africa is the only continent that doesn't want to trade with itself. We are trading at about 13 to 14% internally. And the rest of the other continents, they are above 65%. First, before they look for markets outside the borders of their continent. And so this is what we are rooting for, and would wish that every leader, whether in civil service, in politics, wherever you are, we come up with policies. Now, Parliament, this is the last I will say, you know about the efforts within the intra-African trade and the Africa Free Continental Trade Area, and we are talking about it a lot. But Africa is still struggling with the artificial borders. Our people can't travel freely. Our goods and services can't move freely. And when that persists, then the dream of encouraging trade, knowledge sharing, like the ones we are doing, remains extremely difficult. So we are pushing at our level we think everyone else should do the same. And I think Africa can be able to change its story and develop and build our economies, but also be able to withstand external pressures that in most cases misrepresent what we want and what we stand for. So, my sister Stella, I want to end here, and thank you very much for inviting me I'm told it is only P7 that have grade 7. I think grade 2 also have excelled. I can see from the broad smiles. So I congratulate you and congratulate the seniors in the grade 7. And I think all of them will be able to progress to the next levels. Thank you very much. And so you will guide me on, will I continue or I'll come back? I stay here or? Please stay. Okay. Thank you.